Later, I meet women that embrace me, and I meet a lot of girls this way. It's always been a very rewarding thing. One way or another, I've met some really beautiful, fine women that love the lizards and love me. He's about 10 years old.
Romance is also in the air on Komodo Island. This male dragon's eye has been caught by a female of similar size. For such formidable creatures, their courtship is surprisingly gentle. He's smelling her with his tongue. She seems pleased by his attention. He is cautious, needing to be sure of her receptiveness. He's not looking for a fight by mistake. Pawing her gently as well as rubbing her back with his chin, he woos her. But for all his attentions, she is still undecided. Something isn't satisfactory to her. Perhaps it's just not his day. Most lizards lay eggs after mating. These were laid by a green iguana in Central America. They've been incubating underground for some 90 days. Fully formed when they come out of the egg, these youngsters receive no motherly welcome. Every hatchling has to look after itself in a dangerous world. Maternal care is not part of this iguana's behavior, but the 40 newcomers from this clutch will be well equipped to survive on their own. In these vineyards in South Africa, there are lizards that do not lay eggs. Instead, the young of this Cape dwarf chameleon enter the world another way. This mother has been holding eggs in her body. The eggs hatch as they emerge, and the young lizard makes its way out. Cape dwarf babies are very small. The mother is barely 5 inches long. It's a catch-as-catch-can world. Mom takes no interest in their future. It can't fall far among the vines. She has given birth to some 6 to 10 babies, and all must find their feet on their own. In times past, chameleons have suffered when insecticides were sprayed on the vines or were killed by mechanical grape harvesting. But why kill so efficient a natural bug hunter? These days, money is saved on chemicals, and the chameleons do all the work. Plenty of chameleons means fewer pests. In these vineyards, they now look after grapes and Cape dwarf chameleons. The valuable reptiles are carefully removed before mechanical harvesting begins. They're taken to nearby woods where they can hunt while the grapes are gathered. They'll make their own way back after the harvest. In Central America, lizards are big business in different ways. These men in Costa Rica are hunting iguanas in the rainforest. Green iguanas are a traditional source of meat in a country with no large wild animals and where protein is in short supply. Today, they're also big money in the foreign pet trade. An iguana at the top of this tree will be caught by its own escape method. Frightened, it will leap for safety. If it survives, it may become another of more than 10 million iguanas exported as pets in the last 8 years. In some countries, traffic in lizards is depleting stocks at an alarming rate. When night falls, lizards face new predators. They can be sitting targets for nocturnal hunters. And in a Mexican desert, even sunrise brings problems for a desert night lizard. Dusk and dawn are times favored by many predators for hunting. Too slow to escape, off comes its tail, and the scorpion has something for its trouble, while the night lizard lives to grow a new one. But the next tail it grows won't detach as readily. Unlike a cat, the lizard has only 2 lives, not 9. Scorpions, despite their sting, are not a problem meal for an agama lizard in Africa. It may have some immunity to the sting, but it's always careful to bite it off before it swallows. In Baja California, one lizard will eat another. It's high noon, and there's a standoff between a collared lizard and a side-blotched. The collared one watches only for movement, just like some dinosaurs are thought to have done. A chameleon seeking warmth at sunup finds enough energy to make breakfast of another basker that's not yet up to speed. It never knew what hit it, and the chameleon gets a full breakfast. In this dog-eat-dog world of lizards, is it possible that dragons eat dragons? The answer is yes, and it's his own family he's after. Young Komodos need to keep out of an adult's way. Being small, a youngster can climb trees, but the adult knows something's up there, and it may fall out of the branches. There's no point in waiting around. There'll be food elsewhere. Young or old, Komodo dragons are not animals you'd expect to see in a zoo.
No, you can't climb up onto my head. No.
Phil Brower and Kraken the Komodo are a favorite attraction at the National Zoo in Washington. This is Phil's rather dramatic day job.
I have a real good relationship with Kraken. She's by far my favorite animal here. She's not like that with everyone. There's a few keepers where she's acts a little aggressive towards, where she'll whip her tail or kind of puff up at them, which tells me they're also very intelligent animals where they can actually recognize people and almost bond towards them a little bit. Getting ready to feed Kraken now. Have a few rats we're going to go ahead and give to her. Dragon! We actually have her trained where I whistle, and then she's actually come to the point where anytime she hears a whistle, she knows right away that she's going to get fed, and she'll start running back and forth. And I have some 4-foot tongs where I'll put the rat on the end of that and feed it to her. Oh, it's a rat. Oh, let me have it, please. Oh, you're so hungry, aren't you? Oh, I know. It's been a whole week since you've been fed. Oh, it's a rat. Got that faster than I planned. Oh, it's another rat.
Kraken gets well exercised being fed like this. Phil uses the grab stick because she gets very excited. But her bite would not be as dangerous as her wild relatives. Fresh meat does not give her the poisonous bacteria in her saliva.
You got the tail here. Not enough? Okay, never mind. See you later, Kraken. See you tomorrow.
Our fascination for lizards, large or small, is worldwide. Questions about keeping pet lizards pour into Henry Lizard Lover's home in Los Angeles. His lizard mail is never-ending, but that's what Henry and his lizards love.
I've got an email here from a woman that's telling me about some real aggression problems she's having with her pet male iguana. He was mellow in the beginning, and now he's starting to stalk and try to attack her. For the past 10 years or so, I've been getting so many letters and phone calls from people. They're always asking questions about diet, about behavior. A lot of times there are people sharing information about their experiences with iguanas. I try to help them when I can. Not all these behavior problems are easy to deal with when it comes to iguanas. This guy right here, this iguana, he's very mellow and easygoing, but things can change and become just crazy aggressive, like they're going to attack a human. And I'd like to show you what that looks like when he sees another male iguana. Let's go over here. I want you to see the potential problem there is with keeping some of these iguanas, especially when the males see other male iguanas. And this is why I keep them separate. Now I'm going to show this guy to 7 inside the room. they're really ready to do battle. These two iguanas would love to tear each other apart. They'd kill each other. Mr. 7 is really worked up. Ooh, boy, he's really worked up. He's doing the full tail waggle, and he's taking a stance. He's standing up. He's sucking in his gut. These are all the signs, the body language of rage and anger towards another male iguana. Now, see, they'll do this to a human sometimes and bite, and that bite is really intense. See, now that's not the time to try to pet him. Okay, wow. Okay, wow, that's really wild. It's a very wild, serious behavior. Now this iguana, since he's seen other male iguanas, it's my theory, when the males are able to grow up as a captive pet and they see other male iguanas, then they won't be confused about a human and they won't try to attack a human. The problem is a lot of people raise these males alone without ever seeing other male iguanas, and that's when these male iguanas will be confused and they will actually attack and stalk humans and try to attack them and viciously bite them like they would another male iguana. But he's really a good guy. He knows that I'm not that other male iguana, and I'm going to put him down now and let him rest. Here we go. That looks good.
Henry Lizard Lover may take his love of lizards beyond where most of us would go. But colorful, diverse, and intriguing as these reptiles are, they can inspire all our imaginations.
This lizard here has a beautiful face with just the right kind of look in her eyes. And these are very nice proportioned hands and arms and legs. She looks great. She looks very human-like. Okay, that's good. Okay, hold it right there. That's good. Don't look at me. Look the other way. Those beautiful eyes. She will sit in any position I put her in just because she's calm and relaxed. There's no tricks. She's not hypnotized. She's not afraid. She doesn't think anything's going to hurt her in any way, and she's just calm and relaxed.
To learn more about what you've seen on this nature program, visit PBS online at pbs.org or America Online keyword PBS.